Listen carefully, because this may completely change the way you understand attraction, women, and yourself. If you have ever liked a woman, gave her your best, treated her well, showed loyalty, showed effort, and still ended up confused, rejected, or ignored, this is for you. Because the truth is, most men are not losing because they are not good enough. They are losing because they were taught the wrong rules. They were told, just be nice, just be loyal, just always be there, just show her how much you care. And while those things sound right, they do not automatically create attraction. That is the part most men never understand. Attraction is not created by how much you do for her. Attraction is created by how she feels when she is around you. And that one sentence can save you years of confusion, because two men can treat the same woman well. One gets ignored and the other becomes unforgettable. Why? Because one man makes her feel comfortable, but the other makes her feel something deeper. Presence, curiosity, emotional tension, respect, safety with strength, and that difference changes everything. The first truth most men miss is this: being good to a woman is important, but it is not enough by itself. A lot of men think, if I'm nice, loyal, supportive, and always available, she should naturally choose me. But attraction does not work like a reward system. You do not earn desire by collecting points. You can be the nicest man in the room and still not create emotional impact. And that hurts to hear, but it is necessary, because women do not fall for what you give alone. They respond to what they feel. If your presence feels needy, predictable, overly available, or desperate for approval, she may appreciate you, but she may not feel pulled toward you. And that is where good men get stuck. They believe more effort will fix the problem, so they give more time, more attention, more compliments, more explanations, more emotional availability. They think, if I just show her how serious I am, she will finally see my value. But instead, she starts pulling away, and now he is confused, because in his mind, he did everything right. But from her perspective, there was no mystery, no challenge, no tension, no sense that your attention had real value. You gave everything too easily. And when something is too easy to access, people often stop treating it as rare. This is the overgiving trap. It does not mean you should become cold. It does not mean you should disrespect women. It does not mean you should play emotional games. It means you must stop abandoning yourself just to be chosen. Because the moment your entire focus becomes making her like you, you stop being centered in your own life. And when you lose your center, you lose your power. So what actually creates attraction? It comes down to three things most men ignore. First, direction. A man with direction is different. He has a life. He has goals. He has standards. He has something he is building that does not depend on her attention. He is not sitting around waiting to be picked. He is moving, and that creates a different kind of energy. A man with direction does not feel empty. He does not make a woman his entire world. He does not treat her attention like oxygen. He enjoys her, but he does not need her to complete him, and that is powerful. Second, emotional stability. This is one of the strongest forms of masculine attraction. Emotional stability does not mean being cold. It does not mean acting like you do not care. It means you do not collapse under pressure. When she pulls back, you do not panic. When she tests you, you do not become desperate. When there is tension, you do not lose control. You stay calm. You stay grounded. You stay in your frame. Because a woman can feel when a man is emotionally dependent on her reaction. She can feel when one delayed reply destroys his mood. She can feel when he is secretly begging for reassurance. And that kind of energy creates pressure. But a grounded man creates safety, not boring safety. Strong safety, the kind that says, I can handle myself. I do not need to control you. I do not need to chase you. I know who I am. That speaks louder than words. Third, self-respect. Self-respect is what stops you from chasing endlessly. It stops you from begging for attention. It stops you from lowering your standards just because someone is attractive. It stops you from accepting mixed signals as if they are love. A man with self-respect does not hate women. He simply does not lose himself for them. And when a man truly knows his value, he does not need to announce it. People feel it. Now let's talk about mixed signals, because this is where most men lose their minds. One day she is warm, the next day she is distant. One moment she seems interested, the next moment she pulls away, and you start asking yourself, what did I do wrong? But sometimes you did not do anything wrong. Sometimes there is a conflict between what she thinks and what she feels. Logically, she may know you are a good man. She may know you treat her well. She may know you are stable, loyal, and serious. But emotionally, she may still be asking, do I feel something strong here? And if that emotional spark is missing, the result becomes inconsistency. This is why being good on paper is not enough. Attraction needs emotional connection. It needs energy. It needs presence. It needs a man who is not trying so hard to be accepted that he forgets to be himself. And that leads to the shift that changes everything. Stop trying to be chosen. Start becoming the man who chooses. This one shift can transform your entire dating life. Instead of asking, does she like me? Start asking, do I even like how this feels? Instead of asking, how do I make her stay? Ask, is she bringing peace, respect, and clarity into my life? Instead of performing for approval, start observing reality. Because when you stop operating from need, your energy changes. You become less desperate, less reactive, less easy to control. And ironically, that makes you more attractive. Not because you are playing games, but because you are finally standing in your own power. Now understand this clearly. Women are not always trying to confuse you. Most of the time, they are responding to how they feel. They have fears too. Fear of choosing wrong, fear of being hurt, fear of wasting time, fear of giving themselves to the wrong man. So when a woman hesitates, pulls back, or tests your energy, do not always assume it is manipulation. Sometimes it is uncertainty, and a mature man does not react to uncertainty with panic. He responds with clarity. He does not chase harder. He does not over-explain. He does not start auditioning for love. He stays grounded and watches what her actions reveal. So what should you do starting today? Build a life that does not revolve around one person. Have goals. Have routines. Have priorities. Have discipline. Not to impress women, but because you respect yourself. Stop over-explaining your worth. Confidence is quiet. It does not beg to be understood. Learn to be okay with losing people. Because the moment you are terrified to lose someone, you start losing yourself. And finally, take responsibility for your emotional state. A woman is not your source of happiness. She is not your identity. She can be part of your life, but she should never become your entire life. This is not about becoming cold. It is not about becoming bitter. It is not about playing games. It is about becoming a man you actually respect. Because when you respect yourself, your energy changes, your choices change, your standards change, and naturally, the way women respond to you changes too. Not because you forced attraction, but because you became different. So remember this, you do not win by doing more for someone who is unsure about you. You win by becoming someone who no longer needs to prove his worth. Focus on your direction, protect your energy, build your self-respect, and become the man who does not beg to be chosen because he is already choosing his own life. If this message gave you clarity, subscribe to Love, Lies, and Reality for more real, honest, and powerful insights about attraction, female psychology, confidence, and self-respect. Don't chase confusion. Build yourself until your presence speaks louder than your effort.